Ready? Really?
Welcome to Face the Tribune with Rolando LaRaz. I'm your co-host, Chris Garcia. If you have nothing to hide, if you're an honest politician, then you can face the Tribune. If not, we will put you in the hot seat, and it will be your worst nightmare. We're also here with the host of Conservative Roundtable, John Estrada. Thank you, John, for being here. Rolando, thank you for being here and allowing us to be on your show. And man, what is it, 6 days now, guys? It's getting close.
I think it's 5 days.
It's I call it 5 days in a wake up.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
So 5 days in a wake up.
Yeah, that's it.
Because voting starts like 7 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Yes.
So it's 4 days and a week?
Oh, there's 4 days in a wake up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's what I told that guy that I just talked to on the phone. He wanted to come over Monday. I said Monday and Tuesday is going to be very, very hectic days
Sure.
with the election, you know, even though I tell you, I'm afraid that something may happen if they catch anything going wrong. I hear that the white supremacy is getting ready to patrol the polls.
Oh, wow.
And if they catch anything wrong, I'm afraid that something may happen that nobody wants to happen. You know, I think the Clinton campaign should be careful what they do and what they said, because it is.
So are you saying the Clinton machine is hiring the KKK?
No, the other way around. They want to protect the polls that the Clinton machine do not do anything wrong
Oh, I see.
to block the possibility of our next president to take office.
Well, we here at Face the Tribune and Conservative Roundtable, I know I speak for Rolando and John, myself, Chris, we don't advocate any violence whatsoever on Election Day or before Election Day. We love to tease, and we're very hard on politicians, and we're very conservative here, and we're very hard on liberals, and we're very hard on Hillary Clinton. But at the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we just are very spirit, and we enjoy a good discussion and a good debate, and it's just a spirited debate, and that's all it is, and that's what makes America great, is having different sides of the table and different opinions, but in the end, we're all Americans, and win or lose, whoever wins or loses, we still have to come together as a country, and we have to heal, and we have to continue to try and make this country great. I sure hope Trump wins. But if he doesn't, I don't advocate any violence on either side. I know I speak.
No, because that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want a reason to criticize even more. We need to be in control of our nerves and our movement and our situation. And yes, I agree with you, Chris. I think violence is not going to solve the problem. It's not going to, you know. It's something that we don't need it. That's what they want. They want to blame Trump. Oh, look what he did. Trump didn't call the KKK. Trump didn't call the white supremacists. Trump didn't do any of that stuff. He didn't even acknowledge endorsement from groups that are known as violent groups.
That's right.
You know, he didn't even acknowledge that.
Right.
You know, and I think we need to be calm. We need to be in control, and if anything is wrong, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Or somebody's going to get to the bottom of it. You know, unfortunately, we are too small to fix anything like that, but we can do that very, very we can help.
That's right. What do you think, John?
Well, I believe that no matter what side loses, everybody's going to complain. I just don't see.
That's the American way.
Yeah. So the losing side will definitely complain. I believe that if Trump loses, there will be a lawsuit, and it will go to the U.S. Supreme Court. I think this election could get decided. If it's a close one, it could get decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. Wow.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be challenging ballots. There's so many lawyers who are going to be out on election night and the following counting those ballots. It's going to be amazingly very hectic. I don't think the election is going to be, unless it's a landslide, which it could because of all the stuff that's happening with the emails and stuff like that. It could be a landslide on behalf of Donald Trump. But on the other hand, Hillary's folks, I think they're definitely going to complain and have all kinds of problems.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So on the other side, I have the satisfaction, the honor, by being Cuban, that for the very first time in the history of the Brigade 2506, the brigade that attacked Cuba on April 17 of 1961, trying to save Cuba from the communist hands of Fidel Castro and his communist co-host. First time, Brigade 2506 endorsed a presidential candidate, and they have endorsed Donald Trump. So that is, in my opinion, it is a fantastic news. It happened about 4 or 5 days ago, maybe. It could have been early, but it's first time I hear Donald Trump talking about Cuba, you know, and I tried to get in touch with him, and either Katrina or Kellyanne, they too busy to pay attention to this little radio station. But I try to find out what is his position in Cuba, because that's the only way. The only way then I would not support Donald Trump is if he tried to make peace with Fidel Castro.
I don't think he will.
I
don't think there's anything in
No,
his history
and
that shows
now, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Now with the Brigade 2506 endorsing him, I'm sure they are more into the center of it, and they probably have met with him.
And they
somebody.
probably ask those questions too. And
Yeah.
you know, I think they're pretty confident that he's not going to have any kind of dealings with that regime.
You know, we cannot forget the amount of people that have died during the Fidel and Raúl Castro's regime.
Or the people that
forget that.
Or the people still in prison
Or
and
the
still
people are
suffering.
still in
And
prison.
the people lost a lot of.
Families that split up.
And
And I tell you,
people
I don't
lost.
know what is worse. I don't know what is worse, to be in prison with a communist regime or to being dead. I'd rather be dead than being in prison where I can be tortured and I can be abused and I can be everything wrong. Nothing is good about the communist regime.
And they lost a lot of their wealth too. Many people lost their wealth under Fidel Castro's regime.
You got families that are split apart for decades by 90 miles. You know, this is devastating. You got parents that haven't seen their children in years, and so on and so forth. So it's horrible. It's horrible. You brought up a point, John, and you know, I'm starting to have a funny feeling that this might be a landslide for Donald Trump.
I'm beginning to feel
if a couple of states swing his way, this could be a landslide.
Well, just think about it. A week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, New Hampshire, he was like 10 points down. Today, he's leading New Hampshire.
Yes.
So that New Hampshire was his pathway to the 270.
He's within 4 points in Pennsylvania. The Democrats haven't lost Pennsylvania in 40 years.
I think there's going to be states that are going to flip over to Donald Trump's that nobody's even talking about right now.
Yeah.
Especially what happens is that bad news starts happening on the East Coast. I guarantee you, by the time the polls close on the West Coast, the people are going to be so frustrated with what's happening, they're not going to vote, and it could be a major landslide. And that could help Congress, that could help the U.S. Senate. Heck's leading here in Nevada. Trump's leading in Nevada. So, I mean, it's really looking very positive. And think about it. 4 years ago, Obama won Nevada.
Yes.
And 4 years before that, Obama won Nevada.
Trump's up by 6 points.
So that tells you a lot.
Yeah.
The shift of the nation is really turning against Hillary Clinton and the corruption. She is the most corrupt. Oh, Jill Stein. She's a Green Party candidate running for president.
Yeah.
She said
Dr. Jill Stein.
yes. She said that Hillary Clinton was a queen of corruption.
Wow. Wow.
How can you put two things like that together? Queen and
Of
corruption?
She's the queen of corruption. Hey, it's more of a description than an actual bona fide word. It's just a description. She's saying she's a queen, corruption. You know, I think it's okay. I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. She's a queen of corruption.
Yeah, I know a guy that is also a queen, and
That's a different type of
oh,
queen.
that's a different type of queen. Okay, I believe then. It is important that the people realize that we don't mean to insult the queen or the princess with compare any one of those titles to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton cannot be categorized the same way. That's why I was trying to
Oh
say,
yeah, I got it.
you know, princess or queen.
Well, but see, it's good that like Dr. Jill Stein would say something like that, because basically what that's doing is that dividing the Democratic and Green Party votes, which is a good thing.
Why?
If a Green Party candidate comes out against a Democrat like that, that is very positive for our side. Very positive.
Can you explain that to the radio?
Certainly, because Green
Why?
Party
The Green
tradition.
Party is not a Democrat party, no?
They're not, but a lot of their saying, some of their philosophy is closer aligned than a Green Party and a Republican. And so when a Green Party candidate supports a certain way,
I see.
it opens the door and says, hey, look, you shouldn't be supporting Hillary Clinton. And that's what Dr. Jill Stein is trying to do, is to collect those Democrats that would normally vote Democrat, but because Hillary's the queen of corruption, they would come over towards her.
That's good. That's a good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I look at body language. Does Donald Trump look presidential now? Does it seem like he's starting to feel like he's going to win this? He just looks more confident now. Does it seem like that to you? His latest speeches and he just seems. I think he feels like he's going to win, and he seems more confident.
Well, I think that's really the bottom line. He's not a mad, angry white guy anymore.
Yes.
You know, for many months there, he was an angry white guy, which really attracted to him a lot of white angry guys. I mean, so it was a good thing. He was good at that. Now what he's doing is he's attracting the independents.
Everybody.
He's drinking the independents that are coming over against, and he's so
Very calm.
He's more presidential
Yes.
now.
He
More
looks
presidential.
very calm now.
You know, he was getting too wild, and that was okay for the primary. That was okay for the first debate, but enough is enough. Now he needs to act the
Yes.
role that he's going to be elected to.
And remember, this is the most important aspect of the whole process. He will be the president of the United States of America for all Americans, Democrats, Independents, Republicans. So that's a title that represents everybody.
I just finished talking to him on the phone, and he said everybody is the same except Hillary Clinton.
She's corrupt.
She's corrupt.
And,
She's the queen of corruption.
and even if she is a queen of corruption, all lives matter. So her life still matters in jail.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I hope that people realize that we are making a little fun or a little joke out of this situation because.
I said we sent her and Obama to Cuba after the election.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Yeah.
Since they like it so much.
A one-way ticket to Cuba, huh?
Yeah, that's what we need to do. After all, they all belong in the same basket of the protocol. You know, I don't think we need any more room in there. We don't have any more room for anybody. Oh yeah, for Billy Boy. Billy Boy can be joined over there.
You know, one of the things that I did notice too is that Brett Baer from Fox News.
I like
Yes, I like him.
He's being attacked by the Democrats right now because he's got an inside source from the FBI.
Yes, he
And
does.
he's getting a lot of information out there. So the Democrats are coming out. They hate his guts because he's letting so much information out.
Wait until things go the other way around, and you're gonna see how it's going to be. It's gonna be something else. You know, they're gonna come out with all that stuff now, and believe me, it's going to be a big surprise for everybody.
I think over the weekend, WikiLeaks is going to unleash some emails. I think they're going to let some out, some big ones.
I think they have their own candidate that they
Well, you know the other thing too.
They're going to put the WikiLeaks party with, the WikiLeaks is
What kind of leak was that?
WikiLeaks.
Anyway, WikiLeaks founder Julian Estraga, whatever his name is, he was stating that he did not get these leaks from the Russians. He made it pretty clear that these leaks came from.
It doesn't matter where they come from. They came out.
It doesn't matter.
And it's real.
It doesn't matter. But see, the FBI did an investigation, said the Russians are not involved. WikiLeaks says that, in fact, these did not come from the Russians. So, but you're right. It doesn't really matter where it comes from, right, Hillary Clinton? It really doesn't matter.
And I tell you the truth, I think, I don't know if the FBI opinion really carried that much weight anymore, because they've been so wishy-washy and they've been so, I'm glad, I'm honored to see that a lot of the FBI agents had put pressure to open this case wide open, because they used to have a good reputation, very good reputation, and now they're getting bad reputation all over again.
But let me say this: in politics, there is a philosophy by those that run for office, and that is to focus only on your candidate. Do not focus on your friends or neighbors or whoever. Just focus your attacks on your opponent. Because, if you start moving around to different areas, you're going to get sidetracked from the real mission of the campaign. So, by these very important stuff coming out by the FBI, the Democrats are being pulled away from Donald Trump. And they're focusing all their time now on the FBI, which is giving Donald Trump the pathway to the nomination or to the presidency. So in a good thing, the Democrats forgot the philosophy that, they should have just forgot about all that stuff and just kept the attacks on Donald Trump. They're losing their steam. They're taking their attack too many different other ways. They're getting sidetracked and it's hurting them.
I actually think what's having more of an effect on the campaign than the emails is, I believe, Obamacare premiums that came out is having more effect in states like Pennsylvania, Florida, and Michigan, and Arizona, where the premiums went up 113%. I think that elections are won and lost by the working class people, the middle class. And that's where Reagan won the election. They coined them the Reagan Democrats. because when you get those blue collar workers, those steel mill workers, those coal mine workers, those middle class workers, I mean, she just came out and said we're going to put the coal miners out of business. And they all threw their support behind Trump. And I just think that the Obamacare disaster, I think, is having more of an effect because people vote their wallets. And when you open up those mailboxes and your premiums are going through the roof, and you realize that she's going to keep Obamacare. And so that's 4 more years of your insurance going up. And I think that that's been one of the biggest things when Trump said, as soon as I'm elected within the first 100 days, I'm going to replace and repeal Obamacare. I think that's resonating with a lot of middle class voters and independents. I really do.
Well, one thing that I think the Democrats should do is they should change their party animal from a donkey to a camel. And the reason they should do that is the straw broke the camel's back. The poundage of issues, Obamacare, corruption, emails, WikiLeaks, it's all just like breaking the back of the camel.
That's pretty good.
I'm listening.
Just be a camel.
I think they got to change their party animal from a donkey to a camel.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen that way. Believe it or not, I believe everything is going to come out the way we all want it.
Yeah.
I think I got faith in the American people. And if they let me down, it is up to them. I don't believe that we're going to have any problem in getting the country back. I don't believe we're going to have any problem getting the country back. They might want to take it away from us at the next day, but that would be a different situation.
Well, as long as people do not get overconfident and they go out there and do what they're supposed to, like vote, take their family, friends, neighbors to go vote, I think we've got a big victory coming.
Yeah, I believe so.
I feel very confident about
I believe so. That's why.
And I think that there's going to be a lot of people that once the action is also done and the job done by the new Trump party, then I would say that there will be trust and credibility again established in Washington D.C. If they don't, then there's going to be heck to pay.
You're listening to Face the Tribune with Rolando Larraz. If you'd like to call in and join in on the discussion, 702-983-0711, 702-983-0711, and you can talk directly to Rolando or John or myself. The show is also sponsored by Mail by Renee. You can get a fabulous downtown address for $10 a month. You call 702-626-0716, 702-626-0716. Come in and see CN, and for $10 a month, you can have a downtown Las Vegas address. And just to call on, after 108 years, Chicago Cubs finally won.
Oh my God! Don called me last night.
It's going to go crazy. 108 years.
Don called me last night. I don't know what time it was. At 9, 10 o'clock at night. Whenever the game finished, and Chicago was blowing up.
Well, the amazing thing, you have to give a lot of credit to Cubs. I watched the game. I was pretty excited about it.
Credit to Don?
To
Don,
of course. But it was really amazing because they never gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, they were leading. There was no doubt that they were going to win that game. And then all of a sudden, and you have to also give credit to Cleveland. They didn't give up either.
Yeah.
It was like two giants that wanted to win that. They had the heart to win it. They both, the final was just a one-run decision. A one-run decision and 7 games. So that tells you that they were very close.
Yeah.
It was just their day.
How long has it been since they had a game? 108 years?
108.
Since
1907.
1908.
1908?
I think it was 1908.
Yeah, 1908.
And what's so crazy, I grew up in Chicago, and I'm a South Sider, so I'm more of a White Sox fan, and comes from the North Side, but we always felt sorry for them because the White Sox win from time to time. And the thing about it, I knew this team was going to win, and this team is special. Sometimes, like in life, children, I mean, the average age on this team is 24 years old, and they're so young. They don't
Yeah.
know about the curse. They don't know any better. They just go out and play. And we had those veteran teams that came so close, but I think when the older you remember, and I think the curse bothered the older teams that the Cubs had.
And I think people
But the
from
kids
Chicago,
don't remember.
I
They don't
think
remember.
people from Chicago, it's almost like politics. People from Chicago, they could have been White Sox forever, but now they are
Here it comes,
Cubs.
man. I'm
You know,
serious.
there's so many.
Because it's the pride, our city, you know.
People from Chicago are special. That you see how many leaders there are.
Do you hear a voice somewhere?
I'm sorry, that people
We
like.
better get a fourth mic over here. Anyway, let me say, okay, as far as the human,
Listen, Mike.
the human stories, Chapman, the pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, he came very close of being the big goat.
What was it? He's 22 years old?
No, that was you're talking about the other.
Alonzo Chapman was the reliever. He's from the Cuban national team, and he almost blew the game.
Oh my God! And can you imagine?
He's from the Cuba?
Cuban national
He was going for a save. He only needed like 5 outs to go. While he ended up giving 3 runs to Cleveland, and that basically tied the score.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, guess what? The other guys came in. He ended up being the winning pitcher.
That's right.
He threw he did okay on some of those outs, but he ended up coming out victorious.
You know, he said that the rain delay was the best thing that happened to him because one of the players for the Cubs, he gathered all the players in the room and he said, "Listen, we've been the best team all year. We're not going to let what happen. We're going to go out here and we're going to win this game."
Yeah.
And he said it calmed everybody down and it brought everybody together. And they said, "Yeah, we are the best team." And when he said without that rain delay, everybody was down. And they might have lost that game, but that pause in the game.
Was that sort of like an act of God?
But I
Maybe
think,
God said it was time for that curse to end. Huh?
but do
Yes.
you guys think the age have a lot to do with that?
Yes, I do. Because,
You know, the youth, the
Oh,
energy.
yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
And
The
they have a
oldest-
good
yes.
coach.
Well,
Yes.
hold on. Let me say this.
Yes.
One of the oldest players hit a home run in that game. The oldest guy to hit a home run.
Yeah.
How old is he? 24?
No, he's way up there.
40 years old. David
Yeah,
Ross.
he's high.
How old?
40, David Ross. He's retiring. This was his last
Yeah,
game.
this is his last game. He hit a home run, and so she was part of the victory.
David Lee Roth?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's the reason that they brought him to the Cubs, is because the team is so young, and they needed an old guy
Experience.
with experience to calm them down. And they were coming to him through the game because they had a mic on him. And the players were saying, "I'm so nervous. I'm just amazed."
Well,
He said, "Calm down.
he was being,
Calm
he was being interviewed by the things, and they went and got him and took him out of the interview and lifted him up.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Yeah, it
cool.
was pretty cool.
It was
Oh, I saw
exciting.
that.
I was really happy to see the Cubs win, and so that was a good thing for their city.
That's right.
Was it Wrigley Field?
Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna have a big old
Now,
banner up there.
now they're going to move it to Las Vegas.
Well, they're gonna have football. They're gonna have hockey. They're gonna have soccer.
In
now-
Las Vegas?
Yeah, and now,
Really?
and now they're gonna have a baseball team, the Chicago Cubs, the Las
Yeah.
Vegas Cubs.
Baseball's coming back into style.
You boys.
You hear voices?
But anyway, let's go back to the great conversation of the day, and that is politics.
That is the key word now, from now to Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the evening. I tell you, I am as excited and as nervous as if I was the candidate. I can imagine. Oh, that's another thing. You know, these Democrats, man, they drive me crazy because no matter what Donald Trump do, it is wrong. You know, now he is sending his wife to one city, he is sending his daughter to another city, his other 2 sons in each in a different, and they complaining that there's a woman that said that show you how he used woman. He put his wife like an object. Well, what do you think Hillary Clinton is doing with Billy Boy? You know,
Well,
what do you think Obama is doing with little Michelle?
That is family. That's a family process. He's getting his family to go out and campaign for him. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, but it's okay for them to look at that. Obama is in Florida. Michelle is somewhere else. What's the name of the vice president? I keep forgetting that. Biden. Biden is in another city.
You know what?
Chelsea is in another city. Billy Boy is in another city. What do you think that is?
And where's Hillary?
I don't know where she was. I don't know
I
where she is.
didn't hear too much about it.
She's probably resting.
Well,
Not arresting.
no, I
resting.
no, I know. Let me tell you where she's at. She's writing her concession speech.
Oh.
She looks defeated to me, John. I'm looking at body language, and Trump comes out. He's just, and she
No,
looks.
but
she
you know
looks
what I'm
defeated.
saying? They said that he's using his wife as an object because he's sending her to campaign for him. What is wrong with that? What are they all doing? When do you ever see a sitting president working so hard to elect somebody to the next position? When?
And spending taxpayer money along the way.
Yeah, of course. Of course, he would not do it with his own money because he's going to leave the White House broke, like his predecessor. It wasn't. The Clinton was not. The Clinton was not the one. Obama didn't follow the Clinton, right? He followed Bush. Yeah.
Well, I still think the biggest question is whether or not Obama is going to pardon Hillary Clinton when she gets defeated on November the 8th. That's the
Well,
big
if he pardoned Hillary Clinton, I will withdraw my vote. He cannot pardon that woman.
He can. He can.
He-
But
I don't think he should.
Well, I tell you what, his legacy would be totally
I don't
ruined.
think he would.
Yeah,
I think he
no,
would. His
he cannot
legacy.
pardon.
Well, yeah, he could pardon her. I mean, he has every legal
I-
president. He's got the presidential authority to do it.
Remember,
Now,
Billy Boy said, I didn't have sex with that woman. Well, Trump cannot pardon that woman.
No, I didn't say Trump. I said Obama.
Oh, Obama.
Obama.
Oh, he can.
Yeah,
can.
that's what I said. Between the time November 8th and the time he gets out of office, he could pardon her.
Yeah,
And so,
he already pardoned a couple of drug dealers.
So what they want to ask the question before the election to have Obama
Billy
go on
Boy.
to
Billy
have
Boy.
to give Obama give that a public statement what he would consider doing. Will he pardon Hillary Clinton? I think we need to put that out there. Obama, will you pardon Hillary Clinton if she loses this election? I think it's a good question. What do you think, Rick?
Well, I think that.
Well, she needs to be charged before he can pardon her, right?
That's right.
Well,
She needs to be charged with some kind of crime.
supposedly, there is rumors that the indictment's coming shortly here forth.
Really?
And actually, technically, if we go back to the 90s,
That would be too
sweet.
good to be true.
That'd be too sweet.
if we technically go back to the 90s, Bill Clinton did not have sex with that woman. Technically. He had fellatio with her.
Well, no. They have a private story and they got a public story, right?
CNN.
So who really? Hey, no, really, Chris.
He didn't technically have sex with her.
No, you weren't there.
Technically.
No, Chris, you weren't there.
I was under the desk.
Chris, remember you weren't there, or were you?
I was somewhere.
So anyway, think about it. You think he would just say that was like the thing is, remember he didn't inhale? You're gonna believe something he says? He didn't inhale. So of course he didn't have sex too. He only had something else. You know, he didn't have sex.
Technically told the truth.
No, there's no technical. He lied even about that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't trust anything these guys say.
Huh? No. Those are the
They got a
most
public position,
people.
a private position. I wish WikiLeaks would come out with their
Yes,
private
private
conversations on that one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What was it? Have we changed the name of this program from Face the Tribune to Dirty Talk?
Dirty talk.
Rolando.
Dirty talk, 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 talk.
What is going on?
Dirty talk, talk, talk.
I think he's having too much fun. I think Rolando does believe that Trump's going to win. So you can see the big smile on his face
I
now.
was going to do that one more time. I didn't say that Rolando. Oh, that's easy.
No, that's my guess. He's going to be on the show. Okay, we got to go back.
Is that your guess?
I don't know. Yep. Hello.
He's taken care of, I got him.
Okay. So we're on a program right now, but we're having a lot of fun. We're talking how Donald Trump's going to win.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Yeah.
You are more than welcome to come sit in with them.
No, he's good. No, he's good.
But he can be on both shows.
Well, no, I
You're
got
the producer of this show. Don't produce
No,
that show.
besides, we don't got another seat here yet.
No, not yet.
Okay,
We will
I'll take
after
care of your
Donald
guests.
Trump.
Yeah, thank you. There's some fresh coffee there if you would like some.
And remember, on November 14, City Councilman Stavro Antonis is going to be in this show.
Excellent.
And December 14, City Council Bob Beer is going to be in this show.
And the mayor? What's the mayor?
The mayor is going to be probably in the Christmas Eve show.
Wow, that is so cool. We need to get a Christmas tree in here.
And I need to get
And presents.
former mayor Oscar Gurman to come back over here.
Why don't you have both of them on the show together?
The last
That
time.
would be a kick.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Ask
But
them
then
both of
he
them.
will not be able to talk.
Well, bring the bottom with it.
He will not be able to talk because he's very careful when she's
Yeah, I know. Yes, he is.
They make a nice couple, and I tell you, they both have been good mayors to Las Vegas.
Oh, I think Las Vegas has definitely moved itself into a very good
The
place.
Review Journal wrote an article saying anyone but Oscar, and I wrote the editorial saying no one but Oscar. There's a Christmas tree right there. What do you want?
Beautiful.
You
We
want
should put it
another
here
Christmas tree?
so we could start promoting Christmas.
Yeah, no, we have to promote some giving first.
Okay. Well,
We
Thanksgiving.
need to collect some money to
We need to have
give some good dinner to the homeless people.
Yeah, we need to have a big turkey here
We'll
too.
have to promote Kwanzaa or Black Lives Matter will be here protesting.
Well, we can
And we can promote Black Lives
Yeah,
Matter
we got
too.
we got to add all the good
all the
positive
good
stuff.
positive stuff, you know. We need to promote Cuban Life Matter too, you know, except Fidel Castro's life
And his brother.
and his brother too. But we're talking about men. Raul is not a man. He's on
something
the
else.
other side.
Oh, he's on something else.
Yeah, he's something else. He's on the other side. That's what they said. I don't know. He could have been changed already by now.
Is that a Las Vegas Tribune exclusive?
Yes. 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 And I think so. What is happening with your choice for Senate? Well, let me ask you, because you seem to be very, very interested in this Joe Heck thing. When is this Harry Reid is going to retire?
That's a good thing. That's a
Why
good
don't he
thing.
just stay home, jump in the pool, maybe he can draw or something like that, or, I mean, go play golf, go play something, go play with yourself, you know.
I think he's still
I don't
running.
know if he can do that anymore.
I think he's still running from his brother.
Yeah, that's probably one thing. No, but I mean, it's ridiculous. Why this guy, 36 years, retire already, Harry, please. Nobody wants you around, you know.
He has just been meddling in Nevada business too long. And it's time for some new changes and make Nevada great again.
And I hope I have the feeling that he's going to have a surprise when Catherine Cortez Masto, if she win the election,
Mhm.
she's not going to follow his orders.
Mm.
I got the feeling that she is fed up with him. I can tell the faces. And, when I asked her the other day, I said, what is this noise that I hear that you and Harry are having? And she didn't say nothing. She just went like this, And her assistant said to me, no comment, no comment. When you see a politician's sidekick saying no comment and smiling, there's something in there.
Yeah.
I don't think the relationship between the two of them is that good, And I know Joe is your favor, but I think she did a good job, and I happen to believe she did a good job.
Well, it's more.
I can be wrong. I don't remember when was last time I was wrong, but I could be wrong the first time.
Hey, it's more than just my feelings for Dr. Joe Heck. I truly believe that number one, he would be a balance in the United States Senate. It's better to have him as a Republican because it could stop some of these ridiculous judges from being appointed into these positions.
And
how you can stop that? He's a very conservative guy, and I think that would be a very strong position to have.
I listen to you, and I listen to my former co-host Clark Philly when you guys tell me that we need to keep electing Republicans for the benefit of the nation, and I agree with that. I used to have a lot of respect for Joe Heck, Dr. Joe Heck, Joe, right?
Yeah.
Because his service
to the nation.
I have a lot of respect for people who are have the balls to go there and serve the country, but I think what he did when he didn't show up in the Republican what do you call the
Primaries?
No, because Sandoval told him not to show up over there, and what do you call when they got the I hate when this happened to me.
The most important thing.
What was the big thing that they have?
Like a debate
convention.
The convention. Jesus Christ. The convention. None of the Republican candidates in Nevada went there listening to that piece of garbage that is Brian Sandoval. They listened to him, and they didn't show up over there. To me, that was despicable. Republicans, you told me, I listen to you. I don't have any problem listening to somebody when they write. And they should have never listened to that puppet of Harry Reid, Brian Sandoval. That's why I call him Governor BS. Brian Sandoval, I'm not insulting the governor. His initials are BS. That's all.
Anyway, so the good thing is that on November 8th, his puppet will be defeated, Harry Reid's puppet, and Dr. Joe Heck will win, and then Brian Sandoval will have less power.
How will he have less power? Because
he won't have Harry Reid in the position of power as a U.S.
Well,
Senator.
if you can tie Harry Reid to his bed and let it stay there, Harry Reid, people think he's going to retire. He's having all the bases covered. He got that Mexican little puppet over there. What's his name? Ruben Kewin. Okay, he got dinner titles, and he is preparing the ball game. You people don't want to listen to this poor little Cuban refugee over here. Okay? I talk with an accent, but I don't think with an accent. Okay? This guy is an evil man. Wow. He's an evil man. He prepared himself to be manipulating the strings from Summerlin.
Well,
Why do you think he moved from that little
searchlight.
searchlight thing over here to Summerlin to be close, to be able to manipulate everybody?
Well, let's see what happens November 8th. We'll see if he loses his strength or he gains it.
Well, I hope so. I hope he loses every strength, because if one guy I don't like, man, that is Harry Reid. For years, and I do keep myself very much online when it comes to that. I didn't like him 20, 30 years ago, and I don't like him today. I don't believe look at the way he used to talk about the Mexicans. Okay? I put him in the paper again this week. He was against the immigration. He was against the Mexican coming over here. Now it's convenient for him so they can vote even when they're not registered. Why? You going to the bank, you going to anywhere else, you have to identify yourself. Why you don't going to identify yourself with your ID in order to vote?
That's a good point.
I don't hear you answer.
I said that's a good point.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't agree. It's a good point, but you don't agree.
Well, I do agree, but I agree that we need to focus on what we do after November the 8th. Then we can decide a lot of this stuff.
Well, I told you what I'm going to do. If Hillary wins, I retire. I don't want nothing to do with the radio, the newspaper. I'm gone. I'm gone, because otherwise I'm going to go to jail or I'm going to be dead. And I tell you the truth, I'd rather be dead than being in jail with a government. They can torture me and they can make my life miserable in there. And honestly, I'm too old to lose my virginity now, so I don't want to go to jail. So the best way I can do, because we're not going to have a freedom of the press, freedom of opinion, freedom of anything.
Well, I think the momentum's shifting, and I don't think you have to worry about that.
No, I don't think so. But I just say it, and I repeat it until the last minute. If the Democrats win, either call him Hillary Clinton, call him Barack Obama for the third term.
You mean the kind of corruption?
Yeah, but she might be in prison. But maybe Barack Obama wants to keep going for the third term.
I think he's going to pardon her.
Or maybe Mr. Angel, what's his name, Joe Biden,
want
to jump in it.
Well, think about it. If he pardons her, then the case against him is lost.
Everything is possible with the
Right?
Democrats.
So that's his.
I hope your guess is not a Democrat.
No, this gentleman over here is a hard working Republican.
Oh, good.
He's helping make America great again.
Yeah, maybe he can help to change the Republican Party too.
I think he's working on that too.
I know people that have been asking for signs for the Republican candidates, and they don't get it. All the people in the Republican Party are big shots. They are too big to be moving signs in an election that important like it is today. You know, I have people coming over here getting Trump sign because they can get no Trump. His Trump campaign headquarters is it's a joke.
Well, maybe after Vince has his presentation, maybe he'll go back to the headquarters and bring us some.
You think so? Michael McDonald is having breakfast at that time. What time is it? 1 o'clock in the afternoon? You finish at 1 o'clock? You finish at 2 o'clock, right?
2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. He might be finishing his breakfast done. You know, that's the way Michael McDonald is. I don't know.
So he's a late worker?
Oh, very late. So late that you never see him.
So
he used to be much better than what he is now.
So maybe there'll be changes in all the leadership positions in the Republican Party, since it's going to be the Trump Party.
Yeah, we don't need the Republican Party no more. We're going to create.
So you got the Trump Party.
The Trump Party.
And it starts here today.
The Tea Party.
And it starts today. It starts today.
It starts today.
The Trump Party starts today.
You agree? You agree, Mr. Garcia? Okay, so now all we gotta do now is
Wrap
urge
it
the
up.
people to, not yet.
You got your producer over here putting her fingers up.
Yeah, she's putting her fingers up. Oh my God. People, you need to go out and vote. You need to go out. Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
This is a serious question now. Can people go back and change their vote? Or it's too late?
No, some states, I
Not in Nevada.
understand that they can, in some states, I don't believe in Nevada. There is like, Pennsylvania is one place I think you can change your vote.
You see, people, why I said early voting is not a good idea? It is not a good idea. The early voting and that other system that they have, that I never remember the name, they have delegate here and delegate in there, you know, I don't know what you call them. All those things were created by both Democrats and Republicans to confuse the people and manipulate the vote the way they want it. If you cannot be American enough to vote, sacrifice yourself one day every 4 years, you don't deserve the right to live here and to vote here. That's my opinion. We need to go back to one day a week, and we need to go back to primary and general election. Forget about that other stuff with delegates here and 3 delegates and 2 delegates, and you confuse the people. People don't know where they're going and where they're coming from. And
So in other words, you just like to make the Internal Revenue Service tax code more simple, you're saying make elections more simple.
yeah,
Makes sense.
very simple.
Anyway, Donald Trump right now is in Concord, North Carolina. I think he wants to wrap it up today.
Wow,
North
he was somewhere else this morning.
He's going all over the place. He's working hard. He is
Oh,
working
but that's
hard.
not good. He's abusing his wife. He's saying his wife over there to campaign for him. He's using her as an object. It's okay for Billy Boy and all those people to go, the sitting president with our tax money flying everywhere to campaign. That's not using it as an object. It's that Donald Trump is using his wife and his kid as an object.
So there's like a double standard,
How about a triple standard?
triple standard, certainly. Interesting.
Okay, don't forget, people, you need to go to vote Tuesday. Your vote count. Hopefully your vote count. If the Democrats don't count the vote, your vote will count. Try to vote, and then we can talk about the counting. What are we gonna say?
Take your family, friends, and neighbors with you to go vote.
Yeah, because we don't vote early. We don't give the vote to the opposite side. So that's one thing that we need to realize. You need to go vote on Tuesday. I will appreciate if you do that. Just even if it's only for me, maybe this is my last year voting. I'm getting old, and maybe this is my last year.
And you're going to vote for
my
Trump.
last election.
And you're going to vote for Trump.
Of course, I am going to vote for Trump.
You're not one of these wishy-washy politicians that moves from one week to the next.
No.
You've been with Donald Trump now for well over what, a year and a half?
Yeah. So he announced that he was going to put a wall and keep all the Mexicans out of here. You know.
All of them, or just the criminals?
The criminals and the illegals.
And the rapists?
Because there's a lot of illegals that are nice, decent people. Every time I'm going to talk about this subject, he give me the finger. You know, it's okay.
Thank you for
Well,
listening to Radio Tribune with Rolando Larraz. Thank you, our special guest, John Estrada.
Thank you, Chris.
I am Chris Garcia. God bless America. God bless our troops. Muchas gracias. Que tengan buen día, and thank you for listening.